If we're going to have a facility that matches the quality of our work, and we do world-class work, we needed a world-class facility.
For us, this was such a huge investment for CSIS.
Our hope was that this new building and that this investment we would make would propel us into the next 50 years as an organization.
They want something that's easy to use, something that's current, and something that can grow.
We were fortunate to have the most senior management of CSIS involved.
We had to invest in a modern, technologically modern infrastructure. CSIS we're now 52 years old. We were created at the height of the Cold War to be a defense think tank, but we're entirely an international think tank. And our role is to try to improve the quality of American government policies.
Host a Secretary of Defense, host a Secretary of Treasury. 10 people sitting around a table here and 5 people calling in from Eastern Europe and 3 people calling in from an embassy somewhere else, and have hundreds of people come in here about a thoughtful, smart way to make policy decisions.
We brought in the president of Taiwan through a video conference. We do this increasingly. You can get a world leader on video conference a lot easier than you can get them to come to Washington and carve out time. But then you need to have the technical capacity to be able to bring them in an uninterruptible way, and where it's the fidelity that you expect in a modern facility. We couldn't do that in our old facility. Low ceiling, you felt you were meeting in a basement. We were meeting in a basement. So when we set out to build our new facility, we had a goal of creating a world-class facility, not only in terms of its appearance, but its technical abilities.
I've been at CSIS about 7 years, and when I started, they just had put in our old lobby like a poster, a picture of what this was going to look like.
We plan to live here, for the next 50 years. This is our legacy.
A facility that was designed to support, handsome and designed to support our work, but technologically capable of supporting very sophisticated conferencing.
We sort of led with the fact we wanted what was going to work with the different meetings that we host here on site.
They want something that's easy to use, something that's current, and something that can grow.
The early discussions were very preliminary, just talking about how their business works and how their needs of technology were migrating from their old building to the new one.
We wanted to make things fast and easy and replicable. We host hundreds of events here each year, and we have one AV person, one full-time AV person.
So they needed something that, the Secretary of the Treasury or some head of state could come in and be able to give a presentation and give a speech without having to struggle with the technologies.
Our expertise is in public policy and foreign policy, so we're much more likely to have a person with a doctorate degree in public policy than a person with a degree in engineering.
So there are very different groups coming to the table, rolling up their sleeves and tackling an issue, a project, and that's what we did here as well.
We worked with their team to make it so that they had a single user interface to be able to walk around the facility and manage all their conferences with one person.
You could easily go up to one of the 7-inch touch panels that's in a room, push the on button, push the PC button, bring up your document, and then you're there, you're working. And the technology we've invested in has allowed us to do this in a very robust environment.
Our scholars now here in this building are able to go downstairs to a recording studio and can be interviewed live by any major television network in the world. We couldn't do that in our old building. We had to invest in a modern, technologically modern infrastructure.
We definitely have a space that allows us to work across our programs and really highlights and showcases who we are.
Say to the world that this policy decision or this choice that we're talking about is very important, and it's meaningful, and it's something that can make the world a better place. It's a special place to work, but now the building is a special place to be a part of it, and the technologies around it and the tools around it are pretty special.